Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. In this video, I will be giving a breakdown of the A&E series Inmate to Roommate, episode 3, featuring Analisa, Vada, and Mark. The last episode ended with Mark and the girls that he was hanging out with walking out of Analisa's home, being disrespectful, calling her out of her name. In this episode, it starts off with Analisa and Vada discussing what happened. Analisa is in disbelief that Mark would have the audacity to ask her if he can bring those girls into his bedroom. I'm still in disbelief too, Analisa. Vada said that Mark must think they are some freaks.
Can you believe that he asked me something like that?
That's off the hook.
I can't believe it.
You must think we some freaks.
I thought Mark was about to leave with those girls, but he didn't even get in the car with them. They asked him if he was staying, and he said yeah, because Analisa and Vada are going to trip if he leaves. They sounded like they were disappointed, but as much as I don't like them, they really irk my nerves. I know that they didn't want to be stuck with Mark either. I almost wish Analisa and Vada would have put him out right then and there. It would have been so funny if he got stuck with those girls and they had nowhere to go. I'm pretty sure he would not have been able to stay with them wherever they live. Whatever their living arrangement is, I'm pretty sure he would not have been welcome to live with them. Anyway, so Mark told the producers that he doesn't know what Analisa's problem is, but she is ruining his whole day. Well, Mark, you are ruining her day as well. He goes on to say that parole only approves certain houses and he has no other choice but to stay in that still-ass room with no TV. Well, damn, he does need a TV. I agree. He needs a TV. But he said being in there is worse than prison, and it's like he's back in the hole. Vada said that he doesn't expect any respect from Mark, but he's going to continue to be respectful. Okay, Vada, what do you mean that you don't expect for him to respect you? You should demand it. What? Am I crazy or what? Why is he not demanding respect from this young man? Analisa told the producers that their goal for Mark is to help him move forward and do better in life. But he is being disrespectful, and she doesn't need all that stress. Vada, on the other hand, he said that he's not ready to give up on Mark because he needs help. And then Vada said something about giving him 10 chances. He said because that's what they do for kids in special ed.
Give him 10 chances. That's what you give kids in special ed.
Not Mark, but Vada's kind of funny. So Mark makes his way back into the house with a shoebox and some other things in his hand. Analisa asks him where he's going and what is he doing. His smart ass said, "What does it look like I'm doing?" Somebody needs to pop him in his mouth. Mark told the producers that he needs to take advantage of the free, stable housing until something else pops up. Vada said that he's more excited to work with Mark now. I'm not sure why this gets Vada excited. I don't know why the chaos and all the drama from the day before is getting him excited. Maybe he likes working with troubled youth and helping people get their life back in order. But Mark comes into the living room and he sits down so they can all have a talk. Analisa told Mark that she felt very disrespected when he asked to bring those girls into her home and into his bedroom. Well, her bedroom, actually. He don't own anything. She was calm and polite about it when she had every right to be upset, yelling, and, kick him out and all that stuff. So when Analisa came to him and talked to him like a mature adult and said, Mark, I felt disrespected when you did XYZ. How do you think Mark reacted? How do you think he responded? Do you think he said, A, I don't have nowhere else to go. Why wouldn't I ask you? What kind of person would I be not to ask you if some girls can come over and stay tonight? Or did he, B, say, I apologize for my behavior and I thank you so much for your hospitality? Well, if you answered A, you win.
Just find that just totally
I
disrespectful.
don't got nowhere to go right now. Why wouldn't I ask you? What kind of person would I be to not ask some girls to stay that I ain't somewhere to stay warm?
He then goes on to tell the cameraman or the producers that he feels that Analisa is the one who's being unreasonable. I just can't with this guy. I can't with him. He's the worst. I think she's being too forgiving and too reasonable. Mark seems stressful and he seems dangerous. He has no regard for anyone else's feelings and he doesn't show respect. And it's mind-boggling that Vada is cool with all this crazy behavior. Anyway, Mark says that they don't have anywhere to go and he didn't want to leave them out there like that. And that's not Analisa's problem. You know, she's not a hotel. She's not an Airbnb. That's not her problem. They shouldn't have came all the way out there if they didn't have anywhere to go or any money to get a hotel or you know what I'm saying? Like, anyway. Analisa lets Mark know once again that that is her house and that he needs to follow her rules. Mark reluctantly agrees to the rules. Some of the rules she gave him is to be in the house by 11 p.m. He's like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm a grown man. He told her that she's running a prison. And then Mark said, let's compromise. Now we're getting somewhere, Mark. That's a good idea. Let's see if we can compromise and come to a mutual agreement without arguing and being disrespectful. Vada said, if you can show us that you are responsible and come back in the house at 11 p.m. for 1 week, we can negotiate a new curfew. Vada tells the producers that Mark coming back to the house shows them that he wants to be there. I disagree. I think Mark only came back to the house because he doesn't have a choice. He literally has nowhere else to stay. That's the only reason why he came back. Then Analisa said that Mark is coming in at 11 p.m. for 1 week is not long enough. It should be 2 weeks. Mark reluctantly agrees to follow the curfew for 2 weeks, but not without putting up a fuss. He did fuss a little bit, but he ultimately agreed to follow the 11 p.m. curfew for 2 weeks. And he told the producers he'll see if he can handle it. Vada told the producers that he hopes Mark can maintain the curfew that they all agreed upon. And then the producers asked them if he thinks Mark will follow the curfew, and Vada said, hell no.
You think he's gonna keep this curfew? Hell no.
Then it cuts to the next scene where Mark is showing us a window talking about that's his getaway. In the next scene, Vada told the producers that the way Mark spoke to his wife yesterday was wrong. He said that Mark actually hurt Analisa's feelings and he needs to talk to him man to man. The guys go out to a hookah bar or a hookah lounge and they have some one-on-one time. Mark said to Vada that he's glad that they got some man-on-man time, and then he said something like, Analisa is always talking and Vada probably doesn't get a chance to say what he wants to say. Mark mumbles a lot, so it's kind of hard to understand him. But Vada looked at him and was like, nah, I say what I want to say when I want to say it. And then Vada says, you know, the thing is, happy wife equals a happy life.
No, I say what I want to say when I want to say it. Oh, bro? Yes. The thing about it is, a happy wife.
Mark told the producers that he felt like Vada was doing exactly what he's supposed to do, and that's stand up for his wife. But Mark said he feels like he was not wrong and he stands on what he believes in. Vada told Mark that he was rude and obnoxious and he got to respect his wife. I know that's right, Vada. He said that he is big on respect, and if Mark respects him, he will respect Mark. And that goes for his wife as well. Mark needs to respect Analisa. He told Mark that Analisa may talk like she's tough, but she's really, really sensitive. Mark said he just did almost 8 years. And he said that to Vada. He was like, you don't know what it's like to do almost 8 years. And that he should just be able to just, get out and enjoy himself for a few days. I'm wondering, what exactly does he want to do? Like, why is he such in a rush to go hang out? He's been down for almost 8 years. Like, who does he know? What is he doing right out of prison? Like, where is he going? Who do you know? And if you know people that you want to go kick it with, why aren't you staying with them? But he wants to hang out really bad. And I haven't heard him not once say anything about a job. I know it's only been 2 days. This is the second day of him being out of prison, but he's fighting so hard to hang out. Like, what's the rush? He said Analisa is getting in the way and that she's cock blocking. Vada said, ain't nothing worse than a cock blocker. And they both started laughing.
It's kind of getting in the way of blocking for real. Why, ain't nothing more to say than blocking, isn't it?
Mark told the producers that he sees Vada as a cool OG when he's not around Analisa. Vada told Mark that he would love it if he went back and apologized to his wife because she put a lot into this and he thinks that Mark owes her an apology. Like, that's the least he can do is just say he's sorry. Mark said, yeah, you're right. I can respect that. He said he is going to go back and have a little talk with Analisa and apologize to her. Mark told the producers that he will apologize to her to keep the peace. He doesn't want anything being too complicated, stressful, or anything like that. He said if this living situation doesn't work out, then he's going back to prison. Mark told Vada that he thinks they are going to get along and he appreciates them for real. Okay, I like this scene a lot. I enjoyed it. It seems like they had a mature moment. It seems like I was really happy to see Vada stand up for Analisa and put Mark in his place. He handled that situation perfectly, in my opinion. And he got Mark to calm down. Now, that's how a man should conduct himself when there is a conflict. Just talk it out. And he was calm about it and he got his point across. In the next scene, the guys get back to the house and Vada calls for Analisa, letting her know that they are home. Analisa told the producers that last night she went to bed exhausted and completely frustrated with Mark. And it's extremely tense and awkward in the house right now. She said that you would think somebody would actually be grateful to strangers that invited them into their home. Vada gives Analisa a kiss and he excuses himself to go lay down. Mark goes into the kitchen with Analisa and apologizes. He said that if he made her feel any type of way, he apologizes and he doesn't want her to think that he is intentionally trying to disrespect her or that he doesn't care about her feelings or emotions. Then he said that he hopes that she understands where he's coming from, being locked up for almost 8 years and wanting to go hang out and be around people that he knows. Analisa told him that she appreciates the apology and she was very taken aback yesterday, but she wants him to know that she and Vada have good intentions for him. Analisa told the producers that Mark doesn't have social skills and that he is a young boy in a man's body, and they are willing to help him and guide him. They both have a seat at the table to enjoy a fruit salad that Analisa was putting together while they were in the kitchen talking.
Pretty big strawberry, huh?
Yeah, I'm big on strawberries.
Mark told Analisa that he is glad that she stood her ground because he knows that he be doing too much. See? He is over the top. They have a nice, warm, heart-to-heart conversation, and it seems like Mark is willing to calm his ass down and listen. And I think it's cool that he admitted to his fault in all of this. He did admit to being wrong and being too extra. Right now, it seems like there's a big difference from the day before in his attitude. She asked him if he thinks he will be able to abide by the 11 p.m. curfew for 2 weeks, and he said, absolutely.
Do you think you're going to be able to abide by the 2-week curfew of 11 o'clock p.m.?
Absolutely.
He said that a little bit too fast for me, but okay. Analisa said that when he first came in being disrespectful, she was ready to kick him out. But now she is willing to give him another chance to prove himself different. And time will tell if he's truly apologetic. Mark said to Analisa, hopefully you can accept my apology and we can move forward. Analisa goes, yeah, but first thing is always when you talk to people, look at them in the eyes.
The first thing is always when you talk to somebody, look at them in their eyes.
Sure.
That just came out of nowhere, y'all. I don't know why she did that, but Mark didn't like that. He went from being cordial to instantly annoyed. He just kind of looked annoyed. I was kind of annoyed too when she said that. I don't think it was necessary for Analisa to be telling him all that, like, look at me in the eye when someone's talking to you, because he is a fully grown man. I understand that she wants to teach him or whatever, and you know, give him little life skills and things like that. But saying stuff like that to him is not going to help. That's not how you're going to teach someone like him life skills. And I think that if she goes around saying little things like, look me in the eye when you're talking to people, I think that's going to come across as antagonizing. But anyway, Mark told the producers that his apology to Analisa is just a means to an end. He goes on to say that she definitely won this battle, but she is not going to win the war. See, why does he keep having to go there? Like, what war are you talking about, Mark? It seems like he's trying to do everything but the right thing. There is no war. Like, just follow the rules and get yourself together. Their part in the episode, in episode 3, ends with them agreeing that they are both cool. And Analisa wants to shake hands, but Mark said, no, let's hug it out. They get up and hug each other. And Analisa tells them, like, hey, I got your back. So they hug it out, and what do you think this grimy dude does next? He told the producers that he only gave her a hug because that's how you finesse her. Like, he said that she would think he's a nice man because he gave her a hug. He said you got to move like that sometimes to get a better situation. Then he called himself the Finesse King.
The Finesse King right here. Just looking at him.
I almost had a change of heart about Mark, but he is just so grimy and childish. He's not a good person. Right now, he doesn't seem like he has any intentions on following the rules or bettering himself. Seems like all he cares about is just hanging out and being disrespectful and winning whatever imaginary war that he's got going on with Analisa. I was watching previews for the next episode, and it looks like Analisa and Vada are having an argument, and it's about Mark. And you can see he's just kind of sitting there in the middle with the dumbass look on his face, and like he's enjoying them going back and forth and being at odds. I know Analisa really regrets her decision to allow this man into her home. He's kind of a real nightmare. So what did you guys think of Mark in this episode? Do you feel a little bit more sympathetic towards him? Do you care that he's done almost 8 years in prison and he just wants to have some fun and he should have that little bit of freedom? Do you think he's going to abide by their rules? What do you think about his fake apology? What do you think about his little fake hug to Analisa? Yeah, Mark is not a nice person and he just really needs to get it together. Please let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this commentary, please give me a like, subscribe if you want, or at least just come back and check me out. And until next time, I will chat with you all later.